Impactful scenes there as we continue our Hurricane Helene story today on Saturday. Later on in the program, we will have Rhythm Reet join us to talk more about what's in store for the future of the Atlantic hurricane season and what impacts Hurricane Helene has brought so far as the cleanup is underway. Now, Hurricane Helene doesn't actually stop there. In fact, we could see some impacts closer to home. This is what we're calling the ghost of Helene. Through parts of Atlantic Canada, through your Thursday, we could see those remnants start bringing in some rainfall. In southern Ontario, too, actually. Here's a little bit more of some hurricane remnants. That is further south of Ontario, but see this cloud cover there? That's exactly what Hurricane Helene is bringing in towards us closer to home. Now, we could see some showers through parts of southern Ontario. We're going to talk more about the timing and when you could see that rainfall. Meanwhile, it is slightly gusty along the shores of Lake Ontario, so bring a light jacket if you are heading out on your Saturday around Toronto, perhaps the London area. Your temperatures through portions of the prairies, Winnipeg, 25 degrees on your Saturday. We are going to get a slight cool down. Actually, this is a quite impactful cool down, not even slight. We're going from Sunday's 32-degree weather all the way to Wednesday when we start feeling more fall-like. 13 degrees, feeling more like 12. Thursday also 13 degrees. Prepare for more of those fall-like conditions. Also, meanwhile, in Vancouver, we could see some below seasonal conditions. We're going to talk more about your temperatures and any rainfall in your long-range forecast coming right up. We know your forecast is twice as important on the weekends. That's why we got you covered with experts and insight on what matters most. Join me every Saturday and Sunday mornings on the Weather Network. Thank you for joining us here at the Weather Network. I'm Victoria Fenn Alvarado, and we have been talking about Hurricane Helene. It has been the top story on In the Know. Coming up in this hour, Rhythm Reet is going to join us, and meteorologist Rhythm Reet made a comment. She said that the ghost of Hurricane Helene is still lingering on. And in fact, we could experience that in southern Ontario as the ghost starts creeping up from the south. And when I mean ghost, I mean moisture and precipitation. Now, luckily, we have this high pressure system here that's acting as a defense, which essentially is blocking in heavy rainfall amounts. However, we could see some rainfall, passing showers. Saturday around 7 p.m., that's when we could see the moisture start creeping up through portions of the southeast, or southwest rather. London could see rain there. And then as we progress through your Sunday morning, early hours, 2 a.m., Windsor could start to experience a little bit of rainfall. But the rain is actually going to continue and progress even further on through portions of the GTA. Here's the timing on that. So by Saturday, 4 p.m., that's when the Niagara region could experience some showers, some lingering passing showers through Toronto. And then as we progress through your evening hours, I should say, that's when we see that moisture creeping on in through London and the Windsor area. Now, we could see rainfall totals upwards of 10-15 millimeters for the next couple of days as we progress, as this moisture continues lingering on. We do have some gusty conditions, more breezy conditions along Lake Ontario. So if you're in Toronto, in the Niagara Falls region, perhaps bring a light sweater, a light jacket in case you get chilly easily. But your conditions still fairly warm for this time of year. 21 degrees in Toronto, 20 in Hamilton, and Windsor 22 with those icons indicating that rain that I did mention earlier. Your overnight conditions still fairly warm, 18 degrees in London, 18 in Toronto, but that cloud cover really dominating. Before Sunday, we get a little bit more sunshine in place. But if you are in cottage country, perhaps it's your final closing of the cottage, or you're just trying to endure the most summer that you can, it's actually fairly nice up north. We're going to talk more about your long-range forecast when I return, and we'll be right back. You know what's even more interesting about this storyline? That we could experience the remnants of Hurricane Helene, or the effects of it, I should say, closer to home. Southern Ontario, here's a look at the map just south of us. These are the remnants of Hurricane Helene, bringing with it all of this cloud cover and even some lingering showers through portions of the Niagara region throughout your Sunday and even in through Saturday throughout the day too. Now, the effects actually linger even further east. We could see some rain through portions of the Avalon, southern portions of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. This is also due to Hurricane Helene, and very interesting, in fact, that this could bring in remnants even throughout your Thursday. So a long duration event from this past Thursday and the remnants being felt in Atlantic Canada all the way into next Thursday. So as they're cleaning up there in portions of the states, we're still feeling it here. What we are feeling as well in portions of the prairies is this cool down. Sunday, 32 degrees in Regina, dropping down to 13 on your Wednesday and Thursday. Fall is in the air. We're feeling more fall vibes here. Vancouver, here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. We're going to talk more about this rain on Tuesday as we do have a low pressure system moving on in. We do have a breeze along the shores of Lake Ontario, so if you are in and around the lake, that easterly flow giving you more, not fall-like conditions, but just more breezy, cool, comfortable, lack of humidity. I recommend bringing a light jacket and perhaps even a raincoat because this weekend, or week rather, is going to be quite soggy. This is the projection through Thursday. What we're looking at, that's from now till Thursday, just upwards of 10, 15 millimeters possible for the next couple of days because of these passing showers. In fact, this is what we're calling the ghost of Helene, the remnants of Helene, bringing in these showers through portions of the Niagara region on Saturday afternoon around that dinner hour. And then as we progress later on into the evening, London, Hamilton could feel the effects of that with the moisture pushing on through. We do have some lingering showers still for your Sunday through that Niagara area and London, and even Windsor could experience a little bit of rain there. So pack your umbrellas, pack your raincoats. It's going to be a soggy week ahead. Again, that's because of this ghost. In fact, the reason that this is happening is because the moisture is pulling up from the south, but we're not going to get heavy rainfall totals because of this high pressure system that's acting more so as a defense. It's acting as a goalie to help stop and push that moisture away. Now, our conditions still fairly warm for this time of year. It's the end of September with the breeze feeling more fall-like, but still lingering on to that actual heat. 21 degrees in Toronto, 20 in Hamilton this afternoon. And for your Sunday morning conditions, still fairly warm, 18 degrees in Toronto, London, and Windsor if you want to go for a nice Sunday morning stroll before any of the rain starts to creep on through, or maybe just bring an umbrella just in case. All right, for your Sunday conditions, still fairly warm, 21 degrees, but very stagnant for the rest of the week. This is the look at your 7-day forecast in Niagara region. Niagara Falls, 18 degrees Wednesday, 21 on Thursday, 22 next weekend. Hold on to that summer-like condition as long as we can. I am a fan of it. However, we do have a lack of sunlight in Toronto on your Sunday. That's with those passing showers. That's with those Helene cloud cover remnants. But then as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, the cloud cover starts to depart, and that's when we get more sunshine. Now, here's a look at your 7-day forecast for Toronto. 22 degrees on Tuesday, 18 on Wednesday, full sunshine on your Thursday, 20 degrees, and still into the 20s on your Friday into next weekend. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast in the nation's capital. We'll end it there on this, and I will return in a few moments. We welcome meteorologist Rhythm Reed with us to talk more about the ongoing impacts, Rhythm.
And when we're talking about some of these impacts, power outages still ongoing through the southeast, still affecting areas across the southeast of the United States.
Those are impressive rainfall totals. We are still watching parts of the Midwest. What is this term Fujiwara you speak of?
Well, I know I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but Fujiwara is essentially when you have two different systems that interact with one another.
Now, the big question, Rhythm, is this actually going to impact us at home here in Canada now?
Well, luckily for us, we have to thank our high pressure that it is.
Temperatures through portions of the prairies, Winnipeg, 25 degrees on your Saturday. We are going to get a slight cool down. Actually, this is a quite impactful cool down, not even slight. We're going from Sunday's 32-degree weather all the way to Wednesday when we start feeling more fall-like. 13 degrees, feeling more like 12. Thursday also 13 degrees. Prepare for more of those fall-like conditions. Also, meanwhile, in Vancouver, we could see some below seasonal conditions. We're going to talk more about your temperatures and any rainfall in your long-range forecast coming right up.